Hello and welcome to payloads Review. Bad news for Japanese commercial moon lander. Controllers lost contact with a lunar lander developed by a Japanese company moments before its scheduled touchdown, raising fears the spacecraft crashed during its final descent. The Hakuto-R M1 lunar lander, developed by Tokyo-based ispace, was scheduled to land at 12:40 p.m. Eastern April 25 in the vicinity of Atlas crater on the Moon. The lander was in communications with controllers during its power descent, based on telemetry displayed on the company's webcast. However, that telemetry appeared to switch from live data to a simulation less than 30 seconds before landing, when the spacecraft was still about 80 meters above the surface, traveling at more than 30 kilometers per hour. There was no confirmation of the landing itself or any signals from the lander after touchdown. More than 25 minutes after the scheduled touchdown, the company appeared to acknowledge that the landing had failed. At this moment, we have not been able to confirm a successful landing on the lunar surface, said Takeshi Hakamada, founder and chief executive of ispace. He said controllers had been in contact with the spacecraft until the very end of the landing process. However, now we've lost the communication, he said. So, we have to assume that we could not complete the landing on the lunar surface. The lander was carrying a set of payloads for both companies and governments. Among them is Rashid, a small lunar rover developed by the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center in the United Arab Emirates, and a transformable lunar robot the size of a baseball from Japan's space agency JAXA. Other payloads include cameras and technology demonstrations. The lander launched on a Falcon 9 December 11, placing it on a low-energy ballistic trajectory that took it as far as 1.4 million kilometers from the Earth before returning to the vicinity of the Moon, going into an elliptical orbit around the Moon March 20. After achieving its initial orbit of 100 by 6,000 kilometers, the spacecraft maneuvered to lower its orbit, reaching a circular orbit at an altitude of 100 kilometers by April 14. Around that time, ispace announced plans for the April 25 landing attempt. The company is working on a second lander, M2, similar in design to M1 that is scheduled for launch in late 2024. It will carry a set of customer payloads as well as a micro rover that ispace developed. That rover will collect a regolith sample that will be transferred to NASA under a 2020 contract awarded to ispace's European subsidiary. That's the wrap. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.
At this moment, we have not able to confirm successful landing on the lunar surface. Our engineers at MCC is continue to investigate the current status of the lander.